Okay, for the news portion in Asia, about Asia, we have only one item because we are running out of time. We still want to wrap up our discussion on Philippine-China focus. This news item is a positive item. China is going to build a 3.1, some reports 3.5 billion US dollars elevated rail for Bangladesh. And as you know, Bangladesh, half of the year is inundated and underwater. Now, even if the floods inundate half of the country, the commerce and the travel business will go on. So that's funded and constructed with China. So for us, this is instructive. Maybe President Duterte's dream of the circumferential railway around Mindanao and north to Mindanao railway can be realized also within the next few years. Well, that having been said, what's your reaction? And then let's wrap up the all-important discussion we had about the Duterte foreign policy direction.
Okay. Well, in fact, I can start on that note at this point.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Because you see, the Duterte administration, President Duterte himself, is sometimes perceived as wishy-washy in foreign policy. But for me, it's his way of communicating. If you examine what he has been saying, there is consistency and coherence. Number one, when the Chinese ambassador first called on President-elect Duterte, the president-elect right away mentioned the Scarborough Shoal, and within 24 to allow our fishermen to again, these are initiatives.
That's
and
right.
Which is mutual. President Duterte mentioned it. It has something to do with our issues in the Spratlys and our local issues about the fishermen, and on China's part, within 24 hours, believe it or not, and that's high speed for
That's
bureaucracy.
Right. That's right.
Our fishermen was allowed to fish in Panatag Shoal. So, again, that is for me the first indication of the president's grasp of foreign policy and related to our own requirements. Number two, the high-speed rail in Mindanao. Again, he was projected as having joked with the Chinese ambassador. I don't think so. The Belt and Road initiative of China is really well known. And I can only see that President Duterte is aware of that. That's why he mentioned the Mindanao Railway. Now, in today's newspapers, there is that item about the rail in Bangladesh.
Yes.
And so, again, for me, this can be part of wrapping up. That is China's project in Bangladesh, but President Duterte already saw that even much earlier for Mindanao.
Yes.
And that shows really that working on foreign policy in relation to domestic policy and events, President Duterte knows what he's doing.
Yes,
I
think that's
salute
very
him for
clear
that.
now. Yeah.
We might have a problem with the way he communicates, especially as it impacts on foreign countries, but it's there for us.
Yes. And I understand a group of retired diplomats will be traveling. I was also informed by Ambassador Joe Romero. He promises to guest after that trip.
Okay.
So I hope you shall be able to, and I'll communicate with our friends there, visit the Rizal Park in Xinjiang, because you're going to Xiamen too.
Yes, that's right.
With Joe Romero and the many others. Again, a reminder, essay contest, and get a free hot pot at Four Seasons for your family. Submit your entries on my favorite Chinese food is blah blah blah. 500 to 1,000 words. Submit it to chinaemb.manila@gmail.com, and maybe I will enter just to be able to bring you and the family to the hot pot. Okay, we've done with our time for this news segment, and we've done the summary. Last, we have time for 30 seconds message from you.
Well, okay. Again, this is the third time I mentioned this point about the first 50 days of President Duterte maybe there are communications problems there, but it's coherent and focused on domestic policy, which has to be projected to foreign policy. And I'm quite happy there as where I came from. And beyond that, we the focus really on the Philippines at the hosting of ASEAN 50th anniversary next year. That will be the biggest focus for us relating to foreign policy.
Yes, well, you can expect the GNN to focus on this ASEAN presidency of the Philippines in the next year. And so we'll have more foreign policy discussions and coverage. Maraming salamat po, and thank you, Mr. Ambassador.
Thank you.
And
Salamat.
we'll be together again next week on sailing across Asia and the world. Mabuhay!